All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He's contained at the line for no gain. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. It's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
Second and 10 now. Conklin brings it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. From the gun, it's Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 41, Malachi Corley reels it in. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. The Jets take their 1st time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Taylor. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. The screen pass falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his 1st catch of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
To the air, Taylor. That's caught at the 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play, and that will set up 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he gets in, touchdown! The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Herbert. That's completed right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Our game of 26 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Gets in, touchdown L.A. Chargers finish off their opening drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He rolls to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, first and 10. On the counter, Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Looking to throw, Taylor. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On first down, here comes Hall. And it'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a... time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Throwing, Taylor. Escapes the pocket. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor to throw. Finds his target Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Second and 13. This will be caught by Adams. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Third down from the gun. He's on the move. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Taylor. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it! Someone punched it out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort that coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. That's complete to Dobbins. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Chargers trying to make some noise before halftime. First and 10, Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
It's Herbert once more. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Herbert here, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Jets are starting deep from their own territory here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Conklin. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Back now, pressure on its way. On the move, headed right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the 41. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout taken by New York. That's in 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country, right? Coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game records. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Taking a shot deep down the field to go. He's got it inside the 25. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take the lead just before halftime. Malachi Corley, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. He's loaded another one up. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. 35 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He's trying to go deep again. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they face 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Herbert throwing again. A massive shot towards the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. On target to Dobbins. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's trying to push the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Escapes out to the left. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Jets take possession of the football. Well, mission accomplished by the pass rush, right, partner? That is their goal. If you can't get the QB down, encourage him to roll left, make a throw across his body. Well, they forced him to do that. He threw it, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, I like that word, encourage, right? Just give him a little push that way. And you can feel the guys in coverage. They get sticky. It's like Velcro. They know if they can get tight in coverage with that QB rolling against his arm, the ball's not coming with the same velo, and it could be a sitting duck exactly like that, a target for them to go pick.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Taylor. Stays in the pocket. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Putting the tight end in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Will McDonald there on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Finds McConkey. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
The gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 4.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be Jets football. Now it's Taylor. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
3rd and long for him here. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Herbert from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down from the red zone. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give left side for Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Taylor. Flush down out to his left. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Throwing, Taylor. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers will start this possession at their own 40 after the tackle's made.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. And he has a massive gain in style, sliding in safely after a tremendous pickup. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Hey, forget about it. Forget 1st down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Big gap up the middle. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Chargers parlay the interception into points. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. kicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Wangu now to return. Oh, he eats a hit to bring it into that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Receiver in motion, going left. They just get the play off. He puts everything behind this one. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets tie this game at 21. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Herbert on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down after a small gain to the 18. Working quickly here.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. To the air, Taylor. Buys time, rolling right. That hit affected that throw, and it sails out of bounds, incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds. Taylor now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're
Looking for a target. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert now, blitz coming. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's approaching the opposing 30 as he heads out. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Herbert with a blitz coming. Hauled in by Dobbins. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers in range for a game-winning score. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's Herbert once more. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chargers will have a first.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Getting out to his left. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go. Hey, Ram. Hey, Ray.
Setting up to pass. Forced out to his right. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now to throw. Finds McConkey. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead!
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
Wangu now to return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers make the play that should win them this game.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Likely going to see him take a knee here, force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one.